Hey guys, what's going on? Dewan here, kind of part two of my drive to Vancouver. A lot more traffic than I expected, so I figured I'd film a second video. And I wanted to talk about, I talk about customer avatar a lot, and I figured, why not? Let me film a little bit of a longer video here, and let's really go over what a customer avatar is, how to define it. And then I'll kind of give you maybe a few questions that you can ask yourself and start giving you clarity on who you're trying to serve. I struggled with a long time of just creating random products and just putting them out in the market and then having no idea who I'm really trying to serve or even the problem I'm trying to solve. And it just became so difficult to serve people. And I mean, not even to sugarcoat it, to sell shit. It's pretty hard to sell stuff when you don't even know who you're selling to or what problem you're really trying to solve. And then you fall in love with the solution that you have and realize there's no market for it. And, I'm hoping that I can maybe cut that barrier for you on this video. So anyways, okay, so customer avatar. Basically, your customer avatar is your absolute ideal customer. The person that you can move the needle the absolute most, the person that honestly is going to spend the most amount of money with you, and is going to spend the most amount of time with you in terms of relationship. This is the customer that's gonna buy your introductory offer, then they're gonna, sign up for your mid-tier product, and then they're gonna go through your group coaching, and then your seminars, and then, eventually your one-on-one. Okay, just kind of building out the idea there. So what I'm gonna do is maybe show you what a customer avatar is for, let's say, the golf niche as an example. Now, hopefully I'm not going to get razzed on YouTube for this, but I'm going to have to stereotype a bit because being ideal and trying to serve everybody is kind of defeats the purpose. We want to really define it to the point of an individual person. So I'll just start here. So as an example, so in the golf niche, my ideal person, his name is Jim. He is approximately 30 years old. Works a corporate job where all of his buddies on the weekend golf pretty heavily. Maybe Jim is in sales and is on the golf course quite often, trying to close deals with clients. Jim is honestly a pretty crappy golfer, but he's realized that in order for him to hold his own on the golf course, he's gonna have to learn very quickly. He's got quite a bit of disposable income, probably making somewhere around, I don't know, $60,000, $75,000 a year plus. Jim is probably single or is just a wife, probably not kids. Again, just on the disposable income side of things. And again, so Jim is not a very good golfer. And he's willing to spend more money than he has time to become a better golfer. So I kind of just outlined basically. Now, what you want to do is you want to get deeper now. Now that we've identified Jim, maybe you want to go on Google and literally print out a picture of somebody. Just type in beginner male golfer or something, and literally paste that on your wall. Now, every time you're writing an email, every time you're writing or making a YouTube video, creating a product, you're thinking about Jim. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to create the 100 problems that I keep talking about. Jim slices every time, he tees off. He's always three-putting, and on and on and on. Build that out. The nice thing is that now that you've identified who Jim is, now we can start identifying the problems Jim has. And this is powerful because then now we're not just creating products oh my God, I'm getting to the golf niche. What should I do? And then we create this huge golfing program and find out that Jim, who is actually our ideal customer, who has a ton of disposable income, is really not even interested in that product. So this is kind of the questions I want you to kind of ask yourself as you're building out your customer avatar. What gender are they? How old are they? You kind of have a range, but I would like you to be a little bit more specific. again, your product can serve a large demographic of people, but by razor focusing on who your ideal is, you're just going to continue attracting that ideal person into your business further and further. Wouldn't it be nice to be attracting, 100 gyms into your business who are willing to pay $5,000 for golf coaching rather than, attracting 12-year-old kids that are just starting? Not that it's wrong to serve 12-year-old kids, but it's going to be pretty tough to build a sustainable business unless you're building like a kids camp. And even then, the 12-year-old kids are not your ideal customer. The parents of the 12-year-old kids are your customers. So there's an interesting kind of feedback there as you kind of figure out who your ideal person is. So anyways, figure out their gender, how old they are, disposable income or kind of their income range, where do they work, do they have kids, do they have a spouse, where are they making their buying decisions in terms of like what publications are they reading, are they getting information from friends in terms of like referrals? Really build out like where these people are consuming information, how they're making decisions, and it's going to give you a very intelligent picture of where they're living. Actually, another key factor is, I'm seeing the social media thing. What type of social media are they using? In Jim's case, I don't think he's hanging out on Pinterest looking at golf stuff, He may not even be tweeting. But maybe Instagram. I would definitely think YouTube in terms of tutorials. So maybe a YouTube channel makes the most sense for reaching out to Jim. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys an idea on like what a customer avatar is and why it's important. Again, just to recap, you're able to identify clearly your exact ideal customer, which means you can start attracting that type of person into your business. And then by you identifying the problems they have, you can just start creating solutions that are actually needed in the marketplace instead of falling in love with a product that you might have thought of and realize that, Jim really never needed it. So hopefully this helps, guys. Again, define your customer avatar, and I think it'll give you a lot better clarity in your business. Looking forward to chatting with you guys soon. Ciao.